Hello and welcome to your Billion Dollar Bodies Show. And this is Dr. Dolly talking to you today. We also want to thank Salad Master who has been fueling this show, letting it be possible to get to you at this time of the day. So let's go straight to today's topic. Today's topic is what I call aging rebranded, or in other words, called aging gracefully. How do you do that? As all of us know, everybody prays to be old at some time in the future, and aging gracefully is not something that just happens accidentally. You actually have to plan for it. Now, before now, I used to think that aging is something to be feared, something scary that could only represent sadness, morbidity, sickness, or even tragedy along the line. But I've since learned to celebrate and appreciate old age, because you can actually, what I know that the heart and the soul never ages, but it is the body that ages. And now, how do you appear? And people will say, oh, this person is not aging gracefully. First of all, you can take care of your skin, because it is the largest organ in the body, and it's actually the one that wrinkles. It's actually the one that says it louder than the rest of the organs that this person is aging. How do you do that? How do you take care of this? Now, there's a way you can plan your aging around healthy lifestyle so that you can have non-relenting threat for life. Because first off, once you're sick, you don't have sex for life, and that comes with aging, like the previously taught. But for now, it's not supposed to be like that. Let me give you points on how to age gracefully. I made some points, and the number one tip I'm going to give you is enhance your skin. Like I said before, the skin is the largest organ you have, and it is the highest telltale signs of aging in you. Take care of your skin. As we move on to this show, we are going to look at how we actually can take care of the skin properly. And then the second tip is exercise. Exercise is very, very important. You can't do over-exercise, because as we age in life, we tend to get financially more buoyant than we used to be, and there's also tendency to relax, recline on the chair, and just enjoy. That's what we have in our head, but usually that's not very healthy. Another point, or the third point, is mind your diet. What you eat, like we always emphasize on this show, you are actually what you eat. So now, minding your diet is another thing, another thing which, when you really give it attention, it helps you age gracefully. Fourth tip is mental health matters. Take care of your mental health. It's a very important tool to aging well. Fifth tip is stay physically active. It's also part of the exercise we talked about. The sixth tip is lower your stress, and then last but not the least is quit smoking and decrease alcohol consumption. Fine. So, how do you take care of your skin? First of all is always stay out of the sun. Sun is good. Sun has antibiotic activity in it, according to research. But if you overdo it, if you overstay in the sun, it tends to make the skin harder. It tends to bring out premature wrinkles, especially around the eye. Because if you expose yourself too much in the sun, your face is usually what comes unclothed most of the time. You can wear clothes to cover your hands, your body, your legs, and everything, but your face most of the time is uncovered, and it is what takes most of the heat from the sun. So one of the ways to avoid premature aging is to limit the time you stay in the sun, especially we who are in the tropics. So, and then for women who are in health, wellness, and beauty aspects, when you are in your 30s, you give credit of your skin to your preservation. So, for when you are above 30, to really take care of your skin, look at it and make sure that it means very well. Now, number one, let's look at balanced diet. What do you eat? How does what you eat make you reach protein? Now, it is settled that a healthy, balanced, and sustainable diet can not only add to weight loss, but it also improves your energy and quality of life. Yes, that quality of life is the caveat there. The quality of life that good feeling gives you, you can't get anywhere. When you don't mind what you eat, okay, fine, let me eat all the junk foods I can eat until you're hungry. Yeah. It is at that point that most people make mistakes. You don't get to age gracefully when you already age. You get to plan aging gracefully when you're in your youth. You have to eat and you preserve it. You preserve it by the way you eat. You eat vegetables. You eat fresh fruits. You eat fresh homemade meals. Prepared with not too much seasonings, but really herbs and spices, natural spices, go a longer way to ensuring your better health than when you buy all the things. And surprisingly, the things that cause you to age prematurely are all very expensive. All the processed meats in the market, all the sausages, all of it, there are a whole lot of them in the market if you want it. Every type of minced meats. They already have preservatives in them. They already have additives. They already have formative things that give it a form. They give it that sweet taste that we crave for. There's excess sugar added, excess salt added, and excess fat added in order to make it taste better and capture your attention. And over time, all those excess sugar that we always see, excess sugar, like we know, causes a whole lot of disease, even skin disorders. Then you chip of it with diabetes mellitus, especially type 2. And then also we look at too much sodium. Sodium simply salt that we add to the diet. When you eat junk foods, takeout, and baked food, you are not in position to tell the baker, I don't like too much salt. No, we already remember it and we dish it out on different types of food that you buy. So when you buy it, you also know that you're buying aging, quicker aging, non-graceful aging in those packages of junk food that is so sweet that you can't do it out. Thirdly is the fats. Fat is added to food. Fat is naturally very tasty and is added to all this junk food to make it even tastier, more appetizing and appealing and tempting to the buyer. And when you get that over time, it gets to cut your arteries. It gets to give you hypercholesterol. It gets to give you heart disease. It gets to give you a whole lot. And when you're sick, that is, you're wearing the body down. Your body is like a factory. Instead of your body saving up on vitamins and nutrients to keep it running for a longer period of time, your body is now using the stored energy in which it will use to preserve your youth. It will use it in combating illnesses and diseases. So that is one of the disadvantages of not eating well. So here we are advised to eat a whole lot of food that is fresh. Every kind of fruit. In fact, WHO said recommended 6 different servings of fruits and vegetables daily. That's when you know that you're doing it. And they even went further to butter that you're not eating, you can go buy a bunch of banana and you eat 2 now, eat 2 later, eat it, do it 6 times a day and work. It's good though, but you could do better. You can actually do bananas at those different kind of 6 servings. You can do different types of food if you can. It is very, very good that you do. If you cannot, you can get a bottle of smoothies that you have the fruit bursts. Fruit burst means that it contains different kind of food. Keep it in the fridge. Take one maybe in the morning and one in the evening. But if you are a diabetic patient or you have diabetes running in your family, it is still good to consult your private practitioner on the amount of glucose and white sugars that you take in your smoothies. Although the kind of sugars you see in smoothies are actually simple natural sugars that you can easily digest. But then again, the target here is not to do anything too much. You don't get to do it too much. Everything is in moderation. That is also one of the secrets to enjoy this food. Do everything in moderation. Now, how do you do this? We have things that you can actually add to your food, because eating food 6 times a day sometimes can be boring. But we have what we call healthy mixes of fats. We have fats that are healthy, because we say don't eat fat. No, not every fat is fat. We have the saturated fats, those don't forget. But polysaturated fats, those are the ones that once you eat it, they go from the GIP to the bloodstream and they stick to the arteries. And over time they cause blockage, they form pegs, and this pegs cause blockage. And when blood wants to now pass, it becomes very difficult. And from there starts being an end target and non-adequate supply of blood supplies, and that will present a problem depending on which organ those blood vessels belong to. Now, you can do mixes in healthy fats, like you can get ground flax seeds. Seeds are also very important, because there's also a research that says that up to 16 million people died in the year 2014, not because of any disease they suffered or they are suffering, but because they didn't take enough of seeds and nuts. Yes, when I read it, I was like, what? Can this happen? Yes, it happens. So how do you do it? Some people naturally don't like nuts. And I am even aware that some people are even allergic to nuts, but there's always ways to circumvent around this touchy issue. First off, you can get your ground flax seed or even peanut butter. Peanut butter is peanuts grinded and made into butter. You can have it as a spread on your bread, and that way you're incorporating the peanuts and all its beneficial nutrients inside of you. Another one, you can have them resins. You can put it in cinnamon, nutmeg, maca powder. Maca powder is also very good, natural, and it's also good for those people who are hoping to have, who are having reproductive issues, women who are already aging and they need to boost their egg health. Maca powder is the way to go. Another one is collagen. Collagen now is very important. We have collagen, type 1, 2, 3, and 4. Collagen is part of the constituent of the skin. Collagen is what makes the skin elastic. If you look at a baby's skin and look at the skin of maybe a 14-year-old, experiment it today, touch both skins and you're going to see the difference. The baby's skin is more elastic and the adult one might not be as elastic. Why? The simple difference is because there is difference in the amount of collagen contained in both skins. Baby skin are higher in collagen, and as we age, actually, it declines. So, you can do your body, especially your skin, a whole lot by taking collagen. We have collagen powders and stuff. You can actually add it to your smoothies and do your skin a whole lot of good. Another one is also plant milk. Plant milks are very good. Almond milk, coconut milk, all of this. Even I have even seen cashew milk. They are there for us to consume. Plants, which is actually very plants. Okay, that reminds me. We recently finished doing your 30-day health and strong challenge, and actually they say that plant diets actually adds to longevity. It does. So, plant milk, anything plant, is very good. And for those of us who actually was involved in this challenge from beginning to the end, you don't know what you've done to your health. You've done a great health boost by doing that. Because it includes not even eating meat, fish, anything crap, but everything plant, including mushrooms and all of that. Chicken peas, which they have the same amount of protein than actually meat and fish contains. So that is it for the diet. I think it's important, especially as you get older, to make sure you're getting full range of amino acids in your body, because amino acids are needed in the body to repair. The body needs it to repair itself as well as create new cells. So, if you're not a fan of collagen, please endeavor to be. Now, still in the same diet, nothing stops you from having as your lunch salad that features a bit of maybe spinach, cruciferous vegetables, tomatoes, beans, hard-boiled eggs. These are all slow burning carbs, and they are healthy proteins as well. You can add apples, sprinkles of seeds like pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. All of these, they are all organic and they're all immense. And when you feed like this continuously over time, it's not that you don't get to eat food that contain, maybe once in a while you can do ice creams and all, but if 90% of your diet gets natural, rich, nutrient-loaded, real foods, organic foods, then you are on your way to aging gracefully. So now we're going to take a short break, but we will be back to continue with the segment. You're once again welcome to Your Billion Dollar Body by Dr. Gully. And today, our topic is age rebranded or aging gracefully. And previously, we talked about tips. We shared tips on how you can get to age gracefully. And we also said that aging gracefully is something you plan ahead. You don't just wake up one day and find out that you just eat food. No, if you don't plan it, it goes away. And youth is something, when you have it, you capture it. If you don't capture your youthness during your youth, it slips away. And that's when people see you further down the line or in days later, they'll be like, oh, are you this person? Oh, you changed tremendously. What happened? You now start telling them long tales about how life has happened to you. No, life happens to all of us. So we determine how life happens to you. What is the outcome of the happening of life to your life, to your age or your aging process? Now, the tips that we shared about aging gracefully, we said, first of all, is your skin. Skincare is very important. Why? Because it is the largest organ in the body, and it is this organ that gives the highest telltale of how you age along the way. If you're aging prematurely, you have premature wrinkles break out on your face and your body even before your age mate starts aging and wrinkling. You're going to have white hairs way before your age mate. So we're here to tell you how to go about it. The second one is exercise. Activities. Go about exercising. Don't lounge out. Don't say, okay, later I'll start. Don't procrastinate your exercising. It's very beneficial to both your health and your aging process. The third point or the third tip is mind your diets. Minding your diets. Another tip is your mental health. You need to take care of your mental health. Another one is also lowering your stress level. Every one of us, we all encounter stress every minute of 24 hours you have in a day. Now, the successful adult who will age gracefully knows how to manage stress. So we call it stress management. It's a good way to age gracefully if you can manage your stress very well. The last but not the least on my tip today is quitting smoking and decreasing your alcohol consumption. If you said quit smoking completely, but for alcohol, you decrease. So you still need to take alcohol, but you have to take it in moderation. Now, we just finished dealing with the dietary aspect of it. Now, we go over to another aspect that people often don't talk about, water. Let's talk about drinking water. Drinking water and lots of it is very, very important. Between healthy skin and water intake, the relationship is directly proportional. For you to have a healthy skin, you need to be friends with water. So, when in the morning, the best thing to start with is drinking water when you wake up in the morning. Alcohol in the mornings are not advised. Caffeinated beverages like soda, coffee, juices, it's okay, but you need to take a cup of water before you drink everything. I was talking to an old lady. She said that ate well. I was asking, what was the secret? She said, I mainly stick to water. Not a lot of water. I was like, are you serious? She said, I'm serious. I stick to water. So the importance of water cannot be overstated. Now, as water is also a liquid, let's use the same time and also talk about alcohol. Research has shown that people who take alcohol springily, that is, they take it in moderation, that they outlive people who don't actually take alcohol at all. There's an enzyme that all of us contain called alcohol dehydrogenase. It is important, and it needs to digest alcohol. It needs to work on alcohol. So if you don't give it alcohol, what's going to work on? But what people do, we tend to abuse the alcohol intake, and now that's when it becomes a problem. When you abuse your alcohol intake, the first thing you do is go to your liver and attack it. And as you must have noticed, liver, this organ right behind me is the liver. You can see that this is where the lungs are. Most organs in the body, they come paired, but liver is just one. So now, if you happen to joke with your liver, I don't think that is one of the signs or tips of aging gracefully, because once your liver is stopped, everything is stopped. Yes, it is that serious. So for you to protect your liver, you need to check the intake of alcohol. It is better advised to be a social drinker. Drink on occasions, not all the time. Drink, even in the Bible, Jesus turned water into wine. If wine was poisonous, I don't think he would have done it. Wine is actually good for us, but we need to take it in moderation. And that, I assure you, is another way to eat gracefully. Now, let's come to exercise. Exercise. Now, I've been confronted so many times. Whenever I mention exercise, people are like, I don't mind adding a little bit weight if I'm aging. No, exercise does a whole lot of good to the body that goes beyond weight loss. Because of the wellness and beauty industry, people think, okay, when you hear of exercise, it's all about being in shape, it's all about presenting yourself. No, it goes beyond that. First off, have you noticed that when you take a run or when you exercise, you notice that you breathe faster? If you have things clogging your nostrils that you are not breathing well, you start clearing out. That's what exercise does. Exercise actually dilates your arteries. And when your arteries are dilated, you push out sweat. And in that sweat, there are so many ways in the body that can be excreted through sweat. Now, if you didn't exercise and were just lounging on the couch, you will see that you have not excreted those wastes. And once those wastes is in your body, over time, with accumulation and age, it will turn to something. It may be even cancerous and carcinogenous substances in the body. So, exercise is good. Apart from keeping you clean and good looking, it boosts your energy level. When you exercise, you see that you break into a run easily because you see that you are not tired again. Your body is not heavy. You can move your body easily. You're fluid in your movement. You're flexible. And if you also not do regular exercises, people who are older usually come up with diseases like arthritis, like we discussed previously in the show. But some people are also old and they don't come down with arthritis. Have you wondered why pop stars like Michael Jackson, they can hit the age of 50 and they can still break down that they like they were in their 20s? They do that. So why do they do it? But if you see some of their age mates who happen to be maybe like office workers, 95 kind of guy, they can't even lift their hand fully well at the age of 50. Why? Because he captured his youth. He kept exercising when he was younger, and he continued it even in his 50s. Michael Jackson died in his 50s, and he was preparing for a concert. And when the video was released, people were like, "What? He could do this? Yes, he could, and so can you, if you leverage on the advantages of exercising now." Don't say you don't know because from now you have known. You can exercise. Exercising is a very good way of aging gracefully. Because once you don't have joint pains, nowhere is paining you, you're still young. Your body doesn't sag. Your body doesn't atrophy. Atrophy is what happens when this is your muscle. You don't use it for a long time. You start getting thinner than normal. If you see those people who had accidents and their leg has been cast for 3 months, if you remove the cast, you see the leg that wasn't on cast is bigger, femur muscles than the one that was on cast. Why? Because nature or the manufacturer of the human body and muscles manufacture it for it to be used. Your muscles are to be used for running, for working, for exercise, for doing stuff. So now, when over time you have been hustling and working, and as you age, because your hustle is now beginning to pay off, and you're getting wealthier and richer, and you feel, oh, it's time for me to take a break. Let me down. No, you're doing yourself a great disservice. You still need to keep up with your exercises. So that is that for exercise. So it is good to become very much interested in health and wellness because it helps you age gracefully. And also, before I jump to another topic, you see that exercise also helps with the heart health. Your heart responds better when you exercise regularly and consistently. And by exercising, I don't mean that you go register to the gym. If you don't have access to the gym or you don't have money to register to the gym, no problem. There's so many things you can do on your own. You can jog on the spot. You can walk in the morning. You take it one step at a time. The aim is don't be idle. Don't be idle. Like I like to quote the very popular quote by this American activist that died. He said, if you cannot run, walk. If you can't walk. If you can't walk, crawl. By all means, keep moving. It is very, very important in life. So, another one is pursue. Yes, I remember. The quote was by Martin Luther King. Yes, Dr. King, Martin Luther King Jr. That was it. So he said it that if you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. If you cannot crawl, just by all means, keep moving. It's very, very important in all aspects of life. Keep walking. And like there are some big brands that I love working brand. They say keep walking, by all means, keep walking. very good for your health. Another one is mental health. Now, you can be doing all of these, but you don't pay attention to your mental health. You are the kind of person that likes to involve yourself in every kind of argument. You involve yourself in every kind of controversy. You involve yourself with everything while you were younger. And as you're aging, you keep doing it. Over time, it starts showing. How does it show, first off? It creeps up in your heart, in your blood pressure. Your blood pressure starts getting higher than usually it should be. And with age, it gets worse. Now, people say that I see it a lot these days on social media. Choose your battle. You don't need to involve yourself in every battle that's going around. Choose it. People who choose their battles do go, not because maybe they are peace lovers most of the time, but because they know that it's good for their health. So do it for your health. Safeguard your mental health. Safeguard your mental peace. It's very important. There are some other people also who will deliberately put themselves in a toxic environment. It's not good for your mental health. And you can be healthy, but then you have psychological sickness, depression, or physical breakdown. When you are sick in the head, you're sick. And that is even worse because you go to the hospital and you'll be telling people, okay, we doctors, we can understand, but you can be telling people, I'm really not well. And they say, well, you're healthy, you look well, nothing is wrong with you, you're good. No, you're not good. Mentally, you're not well. So you should take care of your mental state. You should take charge of your mental peace. And how do we do that? In this world of hustle and bustle, we all make money, we all want to be rich, we all want to get to that point where we own our time and our life. Yes, we do. But people get so engrossed in chasing money, chasing influence, and chasing power that they neglect their mental health. So, what is the suggestion here? Take breaks. Even during office, take quick breaks. Take lunch breaks. Be alone. Think, reflect, meditate on what happened. At the end of the week, the whole busy week, during the weekends, really do weekend for yourself. Take a break. Go to the seaside. Just desaturate, decluster your mind. It's very important. Anything that helps you do it. If it's just to be with yourself for 30 minutes, play jazz music, leave your mind blank. Don't think about anything. Don't think about everybody has responsibility. And if you even die, it multiplies for those people who are living in that time. So you need to take care of your mental health. And because we are Africans, and it is not in our culture, our parents didn't do it. Every time, for them, is planting and harvesting season. They are always at it, working hard to bring food on the table. But now, we know better, so we do better. At the end, every year, people will actually, it will do you a whole lot of good to take vacations, at least once every year. Depending now on how rich you are, you can take it twice every year, thrice every year. All of that is very important. Now, this also deals with the point I said you should lower your stress. It also helps you to lower your stress when you are aware that your mental health needs to be protected. Another one is to quit smoking. Not just smoking, but other things that people smoke and other unhealthy lifestyles that we live. It's time to quit. Because if you want to capture your youth, you don't need to wait those things. So with this, we come to the end of the program. I hope you have a lot to take away from this show because we want to see you age gracefully, and that exactly is what Salad Masters is all about. Now, we are open also for questions. Send in your questions, send in your concerns, anything you have about this program. Even send in your suggestions on things we talked about, how you can safeguard your mental health, how you can safeguard your peace, how you can better manage stress levels. We are open for you, sending your questions, your answers, your suggestions, and everything. We are here to take all of them as we together age gracefully, starting this 2021. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you.